Hi, welcome to TechPower Solution. Today we will explore IAM in AWS. So IAM stands for Identity Access Management. So it is a security service in AWS that allows you to manage who can access your AWS account, that is authentication, and control what actions they can perform, that is authorization. And then why IAM is important. So it prevents unauthorized access, and then it follows the principles of least privileges. It gives only necessary permissions, and then it helps secure your cloud environment. Then core concepts of IAM. So first one is IAM user. So it represents individual people or applications. Then each user has login credentials, that is username, password or access keys. For example, a developer in your team or a script that access the S3. Next one is IAM groups. So it is a collection of IAM users. So permissions are assigned to the group, and all users in the group inherit those permissions. So for example, you can create a group called developers and give it access to EC2 and S3. Next, IAM roles. So it is similar to users but not tied to a specific person. So used to grant temporary access to services or applications. Example. So for example, EC2 instance assumes a role to access S3. Then Lambda functions assumes a role to access the DynamoDB. Next one is IAM policies. So it is JSON documents that define permissions. Then it can be attached to users, groups or roles. Next, last one is trust relationship. So it defines who can assume a role. For example, EC2 can assume a role if the trust relationship allows the EC2 service. So this image is a visual breakdown of what IAM is and how it works. So it explains IAM in two parts. On the left it shows identities, and on the right it shows the permissions. So under identities, users, groups, roles and credentials. Under permissions, it policies and statements. An identity makes a request to use AWS resources. This identity is associated with a policy, and that policy contains one or more statements that determine what the identity is allowed to do. So IAM checks these permissions and there allows or denies the request. So in real world example, imagine you are a project lead in a company using AWS. So you can create IAM users for your developers. So you put them in a group called developers. So and then you assign what that group permissions to use EC2 and S3. Next, you also create an IAM role that EC2 instance can use to read data from an S3 bucket without storing any keys. So in conclusion, IAM is the heart of security in AWS. It ensures that the right people and services have the right level of access. So that's all. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any queries or questions, please contact this number. Thank you.